it's been an unexpected year for us at OneWeb, but it's really exciting to be able to resume launches and continue our mission from India's Satish Dhawan Space Centre. After 12 successful launches to date, there are now more than 400 OneWeb satellites in low Earth orbit, more than halfway to our goal of global coverage with high-speed broadband internet from space. Already, the OneWeb network is large enough to deliver connectivity to our first customers in regions about 50 degrees north, which include Northern Europe, Canada, Alaska, and the UK. We are transforming businesses and remote communities where access to high-speed internet was previously unimaginable. Let's hear from both our CEO, Neil Masterson, and from our CTO, Masila Dobath, what our partners and the customers have been telling them.
Connecting the unconnected really means helping folks all over the world participate in the digital world, just like you and I can here in the UK or in a major city. What we're enabling is people to do that wherever they are in the world at any point in time. And that has a huge transformational impact for communities, for people, and ultimately for the countries as a whole. And so that's what we're seeking to do. In terms of forecasting what customers want from the OneWeb service, we're spending a lot of time listening to customers and also collaborating with them as they indeed serve their customers. And the market's moving very quickly indeed, and that's why we're spending a lot of time listening to them. We expect to launch service to customers in other parts of the world by next summer. And in order to do that, we need to kind of get these launches away, the 2 launches we're doing before Christmas, and that will enable us to turn on the service 25 degrees north, 25 degrees south, and then we'll complete the rollout of the constellation by spring, which will enable us to complete global commercial service by the end of next year. Now, I was with a customer last night, the CEO of a big distributor of ours, and he is so anxious to get the service, to get it out there in front of his customers, which is very pleasing. But also, they really want us to deliver. They really want us to listen very carefully to their needs and be very reactive and proactive to their needs and deliver for them. So delivery is critically important. So let me give you an example of how we're connecting customers right now. So we have 150 trials taking place with 27 distributors across North America, across Greenland, and also across Northern Europe. And what we're finding is that there are kind of 2 or 3 principal use cases being used. The first one is really about community Wi-Fi. That's providing connectivity to settlements, sort of one terminal, 400 people, providing them with the same connectivity experience that you'd expect in a city or a major town across Northern Europe or North America. The second use case is really around connecting mines and businesses, which are essentially off-network, off-grid, where the fiber can't reach it, and providing the same level of connectivity experience, access to corporate applications, Teams, Office 365, other applications that you'd expect as if you were in a town or a city in a major conurbation. And the third is really around providing connectivity, particularly to military bases in very remote parts of the world, and enabling them to do the similar sorts of things, talk to their families, connect with colleagues, and so on and so forth. Even in areas which are well served by fiber, what we see is a demand for redundancy, for backup, for OneWeb to provide a warm backup situation for businesses, in particular businesses in major conurbations. We're very excited to recommence launching in India later this month in October. And I can tell you from a customer perspective, they are delighted that we're back to launching. They know how important the next couple of launches are in terms of extending our coverage. But also, it's also very exciting to be launching for the first time in India. This is a very significant, almost historical moment for the Indian space industry. I know that all our colleagues in India are super excited, but also this is getting a huge following across India. I think there's going to be a huge turnout to view this launch, and we're delighted to be a part of that.
It is very special for me to launch with ISRO and NSIL, but this is really the first time we're using them. I'm quite excited about it. The preparation of this first launch from India has been very, very challenging, but interesting at the same time. Usually a launch integration takes about a year to get ready. There is a lot of analysis that needs to be done, a lot of work between different parties, between on the satellite side, on the launch vehicle side, and on this dispenser side. And we had to do all that in less than 6 months. And I think we are breaking a record here.
Every customer that we connect via the OneWeb network has their own story. But all of them are united by one thing: gaining the power of connectivity and the independence and opportunity that brings.
Historically, our communications was a person going to the next village or by donkey, by boat. We had no electricity here, and we had no television, no telephone. Back in the 70s, we finally had the 24/7 electricity here. Right now, everybody has the cell phone. Many people just have the cell basic service, but they cannot afford data because it's so expensive.
It's just extremely important today to be able to have broadband. 20 years ago, telephones were the big focus, but today, if you don't have broadband, you can't communicate. Alaska is the only state that does not have the ability to connect everyone in the state to broadband today. And so with OneWeb, we have a partner that is helping us solve that to connect everyone across Alaska. The satellite fleet
that are available through OneWeb. A lot of our children are doing their educational work and also doing YouTube, and many of the homes downloading movies.
Like, it brought our family together, so we'd be able to choose something new that we haven't watched yet, and we're so curious about it, so all of us would come home and watch a movie together.
My oldest daughter actually just left for a summer camp, and we had our first FaceTime I used OneWeb. I can text. I'm really grateful that we can see each other. She's going to be gone for 3 weeks. My baby's leaving, growing up.
It's very important for us here in Buxfjord, because we are a remote place, to have some reliable connectivity, especially when we have problems if there's a failure on the transmission line or with the grid in Nuuk. One example is last year we had a long outage of 10 or 15 hours. The means we had were satellite phones. Here they only work for maybe 2 or 3 minutes, then you get disconnected and then you have to wait for a couple of minutes and dial again. This new OneWeb connection is much faster than the old connection we had. We can use technology here same as in our homes. Greenland is the world's largest island, and Nuuk provides energy in 15 cities and 60 villages, and we have problems with connecting everything. And we hope that in the future we can use this technology from OneWeb to get to this goal, to more connection inside Nuuk.
Our OneWeb sales team organizes service demos for prospective and current partners, both online and out in the world. It's a great way for potential partners to see the technology, the applications, types of connectivity and hardware involved, and see the possibilities of low latency, space-based broadband.
Here in Kazakhstan, we are demonstrating for the first time OneWeb's new solution for seamless, high-throughput connectivity anywhere. Perfect for both fixed and mobile needs where terrestrial connectivity is not possible. Combined with a mobile, electronically steered antenna from Kymeta, the OneWeb system has the speed and reliability for modern-day applications.
Tracking is going very well.
With our low latency, we have removed the barriers to use common with more traditional satellite connectivity. No matter who we are in the world, or how remote our communities might be, connectivity builds a better quality of life and drives our economic progress. Isn't it time for us all to be connected?
Successful demo. Go OneWeb.
Go OneWeb.
Everyone can relate to wanting to be connected all the time, but one of the few places where this can't happen reliably or at high speed is in the air. The greatest advantage of high-speed broadband powered from space is that it can be delivered literally anywhere, from a ship in the middle of the ocean to a plane in flight.
No matter where they are, the airline passenger of today wants reliable connectivity, and the passenger of tomorrow will demand it. But we all know that in-flight connectivity has never been able to match the home or office broadband experience, until now. OneWeb's low Earth orbit constellation of high-throughput satellites enables fast and reliable connectivity wherever or whenever your aircraft are flying. So whether your passengers wish to stream a movie, browse social media, or join a work call, they'll be able to stay fully connected, just as easily as they do on the ground. We'll connect all of your passengers' devices without conflict or compromise using our state-of-the-art terminals and antenna. These will be amongst the smartest and most reliable in the industry, and work by safely encoding your data and transmitting it to our orbiting satellite fleet. With a usable capacity of over 1 terabit per second across the network and 7.2 gigabits per second per satellite, your data is instantly transferred down to one of our satellite network portals. Then, via one of our points of presence gateways positioned in secure locations, your data re-enters the web. And all of this happens in just the blink of an eye. Month by month, we're growing our fleet, and soon we'll have network coverage that's as global as you are, delivering in-flight connectivity to passengers over every continent, ocean, and polar route. And here's the revolutionary part. Our satellites will be in low Earth orbit, 30 times closer to Earth than traditional geostationary satellites. This delivers a reliable connection that's 10 times faster and globally consistent, facilitating real-time applications such as cloud access and online gaming, with no timing out, no signal drops, and no annoying lag. Like your aircraft, our fleet is always on the move, orbiting the Earth in a constellation designed to create seamless global coverage. Each satellite uses a set of 16 beams to cover an area the size of Alaska, and is proven to guarantee in-flight connectivity no matter how remote your aircraft may be, even across the widest oceans. With our low Earth orbit satellite technology, you can be confident your passengers' connectivity experience will be limited only by their imagination, not the available bandwidth. Thanks to aviation, the world is better connected. And now, with OneWeb, aviation can finally stay connected to the world.
When you look at the spaces to connect people, you often don't think about the oceans. We have used them for centuries to travel the world. However, until now, we have never been able to connect them. All that is changing with high-speed broadband from space. The global maritime industry is a great example of where satellite broadband connectivity can support organizations becoming more efficient and more sustainable.
70% of the world's surface is covered by oceans. Isn't it time they were connected and protected? Today, digitalization has the power to transform maritime operations to become more sustainable, profitable, and responsible. Whether your focus is on operating more efficiently, improving crew happiness, entertaining passengers, or reducing environmental impact, technology has an important role to play, while also meeting upcoming regulations. But we all know that the connectivity needed to unlock the maritime industry's potential has never been able to match the terrestrial broadband experience, until now. OneWeb's low Earth orbit constellation of high-throughput satellites enables flexible, resilient, and reliable connectivity whenever or wherever your vessel is sailing. So whether you want to use vessel optimization technology, access a situational awareness data feed, track emissions, run crew, passenger, and operational systems without interruption, or do all these things at the same time, the connectivity to support these will be as fast and reliable as it would be on land. Our user terminals are designed to be the smartest, toughest, and most reliable in the industry, tested and proven to work in even the harshest environments. With a usable capacity of over 1 terabit per second across the network and 7.2 gigabits per second per satellite, your data is instantly encoded and transmitted via our orbiting satellite fleet to one of our satellite network portals. Then, via one of our points of presence gateways positioned in secure locations, your data re-enters the web. And all this happens in just the blink of an eye. Month by month, we're growing our fleet, and soon we'll have network coverage that's as global as you are, delivering more than 100 megabits per second of connectivity to vessels in the remotest parts of the oceans, including the Arctic routes, as well as improving data access while close to shore and in port. And here's the revolutionary part. Our satellites will be in low Earth orbit, 30 times closer to Earth than traditional geostationary satellites. This delivers a reliable connection that's 10 times faster and globally consistent, facilitating real-time applications from cloud access, remote monitoring to online video calling, with no timing out, no signal drops, and no annoying lag. Like your vessels, our fleet is always on the move, orbiting the Earth in a constellation designed to create seamless global coverage. Each satellite uses a set of 16 beams to cover an area the size of Alaska, and is proven to guarantee onboard connectivity no matter how remote you may be, even in the middle of the widest oceans. With OneWeb's low Earth orbit satellite technology, you can confidently implement your digitalization plans, connected strategies, and drive your business forward. For centuries, shipping has connected the world's economies and communities. Now, with OneWeb, vessels can finally stay connected to the world.
Connectivity on a boat like this is huge. We've got 10, 12 guests, we've got 8, 9 crew, and they all want to keep in contact. At the moment, we've got sort of internet dongles, which are okay when we're cruising along the coast here, but you get 10 people using one of these internet dongles, it goes like that, gone.
The real problem with maritime connectivity is that it just hasn't been as good as on land. Whereas now you can have connectivity no matter where you are on your journey out to sea, and you can work as if you were at home or in your office.
I believe that this has been a long wait. A lot of vessels, not only in the super yacht market, but also the energy market, commercial market within the maritime industry has been waiting for this one.
This is a really exciting time for the maritime industry because connectivity, as you would get on land, at home or in your office, is coming to your ship.
We want you to be part of this sea-changing connectivity. OneWeb's innovation team would like to announce an exciting open challenge to everyone, wherever you may be. We are delighted to announce the launch of OneWeb's Innovation Challenge 2022 and its team, Connectivity and Beyond. This is an extraordinary, maybe even chance-in-a-lifetime opportunity.
It is supported by the European Space Agency and is open to anybody, anywhere in the world.
Like our constellation, the challenge is also global. Imagine what connection everywhere means for the planet, for business, for future generations. That's what this challenge is about. How would you use our truly global LEO constellation for the benefit of future generations and a more sustainable world? Where do you think its greatest potential lies? What ideas do you have for connectivity and beyond that will shape the future?
OneWeb is fast approaching the completion of our first global low Earth orbit communication network. This is your chance to think of a new application that our unique constellation can bring to life.
Welcome to OneWeb's second edition of our Innovation Challenge. Apply now and be part of the connectivity and beyond revolution. You have until November 11th to submit your idea. Tell us about a new or enhanced application you are convinced will change the world using fewer than 250 words, or 5 slides if you prefer our presentation. We want to feel the innovation in your idea and understand at first glance how it may be developed and implemented. Look out for more details on our social channels about how to enter. You will find more information and an entry form on OneWeb's website. The future is counting on you and your ideas for LEO connectivity. Be bold and go beyond the world of innovation that already exists. This is a unique challenge to everyone who has an idea. Let's combine our potential and succeed together to really make a difference.
यान पूरी तरह तैयार और सज्ज है अपना मिशन पूरा करने के लिए। अब हम उड़ान से 4 मिनट 49 सेकंड की दूरी पर। ऑटोमेटिक लॉन्च सीक्वेंस जारी है। इस दौरान सभी जांच ऑन बोर्ड कंप्यूटर द्वारा किए जा रहे हैं।
The launch of LVM-3 M2 OneWeb India 1 mission is the fourth launch of ISRO in the year 2022. The earlier launches being those of Workhorse PSLV and the maiden launch for SSLV. While Satish Dhawan Space Centre is all set to host its 83rd launch vehicle mission and the second launch pad its 31st mission, this is the fifth time LVM-3 is set to lift off.
Minus 4 minutes. Start.
LVM-3 पंचम पीढ़ी का प्रमोचक रॉकेट है। यह भीम का रॉकेट पिछले सभी यानों की तुलना में सबसे अधिक विकसित तथा उन्नत अभिकल्पित किया गया है। इसकी ऊंचाई 43.5 मीटर तथा व्यास 4 मीटर का होता है। इसका कुल उत्थापन भार लगभग 640 टन का होता है। यह 3 चरणों वाला प्रमोचक रॉकेट जिसकी क्षमता 4 टन के नितभार को भूतुल्यकाली अंतरण कक्षा में ले जाने की है अथवा 8 टन के नितभार को निम्न भू कक्षा में स्थापित करने की है। इस यान के प्रथम चरण में 200 टन वाले ठोस नोदक S200 स्ट्रेप-ऑन बूस्टर कोर के में लगे L110 चरण जो कि तरल नोदक पर आधारित है उसके साथ संलग्न रहते हैं और ऊपर के चरण में 27 टन के क्रायोजेनिक ईंधन पर आधारित C-20 इंजन वाला C-25 चरण होता है।
The maiden launch of the rocket had carried non-operational cryo stage and experimental payload crew module atmospheric re-entry experiment or CARE. Thereafter, the developmental launches designated as D1 and D2 had carried GSAT class of communication satellites. The first operational launch M1 had Chandrayaan-2 as its payload on 22nd of July 2019. We are about 2 minutes 10 seconds from the launch.
Minus 2 minutes.
इस मिशन का मुख्य उद्देश्य 36 उपग्रहों को जिनका कुल नितभार 5,834 केजी है 601 किलोमीटर की वृत्ताकार निम्न भूकक्षा में 87.4 डिग्री के झुकाव के साथ स्थापित करना है। यह सभी पूर्णतः परीक्षित होकर इस यान में सुरक्षित अपनी कक्षा के लिए सफर करते हुए 4-4 के समूह में 9 बार में अपनी कक्षा में अंतक्षेपित किए जाएंगे। यह पूरा घटनाक्रम लगभग 4,500 सेकंड का होगा।
Minus 1 minute.
LVM-3 being a gigantic rocket, the ignition of twin S200 boosters generates enormous acoustics at the time of liftoff that have the potential to damage the electronics in launch vehicle. As a part of acoustic suppression system, huge quantities of water is injected onto the launch pedestal to provide denser medium of water droplets to attenuate the liftoff acoustics.
Minus 30 seconds.
Real-time programs activated.
Minus 25 seconds.
अब हम 20 सेकंड की दूरी पर प्रमोचन से सर्वप्रथम 2 S200 स्ट्रेप-ऑन बूस्टर का प्रज्वलन होगा।
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. plus 5 seconds.
P3 tracking. P1 tracking. Off normal.
भव्य उत्थापन LVM-3 OneWeb India 1 मिशन का
Normal liftoff and an enchantingly beautiful sight of the twin S-200 boosters burning, saluted against the night sky.
मध्य रात्रि को आकाश को रोशन करता हुआ S-200 boosters
Performance normal.
यहाँ हम इसके कंपन महसूस कर रहे हैं.
Searing the night sky, the LVM-3 M2 mission moves forward. 25 meters long S-200 boosters, each carrying 205 tons of HTPB-based propellant.
Plus 1 minute.
Action time 126.6 seconds. They develop a peak thrust of 5,952 kilonewtons in vacuum.
प्रथम चरण का निष्पादन पूरी तरह सामान्य.
First stage performance normal.
इसका प्रज्वलन काल करीब 130 सेकंड का होगा. S-200 के प्रज्वलन काल समाप्त होने से पहले ही L110 जो कि तरल नवोदक पर आधारित चरण है, द्वितीय चरण का प्रज्वलन शुरू कर दिया जाएगा.
L110 stage ignited.
Now we have a confirmation about the ignition of the core L110 stage.
रेंज ऑपरेशन निदेशक ने अभी घोषणा की. तरल नोदक L110 इग्नाइट और S-200 स्टेज के बूस्टर्स पृथक कर दिए गए हैं.
The twin S-200 boosters have been separated from the ongoing launch vehicle. L110 core stage currently thrusting.
L110 stage performance normal.
This is powered by the Earth storable propellants UH-25 as fuel and N2O4 as oxidizer. The twin Vikas engine powered L110 stage has a nominal burn duration of 200 seconds.
Payload fairing separated.
ऊष्मा कवच को पृथक कर दिया गया है.
Loop guidance initiated.
अभियान
Plus 3 minutes.
127 किलोमीटर की ऊंचाई प्राप्त कर चुका है तथा घने वातावरण से बाहर जा चुका है. इसलिए ऊष्मा कवच को पृथक कर दिया गया है और अब यान क्लोज लूप गाइडेंस के अंतर्गत है.
Having crossed the dense atmosphere, the payload fairings have been separated and the rocket is currently moving forward in closed loop guidance. L110 currently thrusting.
L110 स्टेज में लगभग 110 टन के UH-25 तथा N2O4 ईंधन के रूप में प्रयोग किए जाते हैं. इनकी मदद से यह चरण 1600 किलोन्यूटन का प्रणोद उत्पन्न करता है तथा इसका प्रज्वलन काल 200 सेकंड का होगा.
The L110 carries the rocket to 282.4 kilometers altitude. Shard, Trivandrum and Bangalore ground stations are currently acquiring the trajectory data.
द्वितीय चरण का निष्पादन सामान्य. प्रज्वलन काल के पूर्ण होने तक यह यान को करीब 2082 किलोमीटर की ऊंचाई प्रदान कर देगा और 3.3 किलोमीटर प्रति सेकंड का वेग प्रदान करेगा.
Developing a vacuum thrust of 1,598 kilonewtons, this stage empties the entire propellant of 110 tons in 200 seconds, that is close to 550 kg in a second.
Plus 5 minutes.
अगला चरण क्रायो चरण है।
And shut off and separated.
L110 चरण को पृथक कर C25 जो कि तृतीय चरण है उसका प्रज्वलन शुरू हो चुका है और वह सामान्य निष्पादन कर रहा है।
As announced by the Range Operations Director, we now have the confirmation of the successful ignition of the C25 cryogenic stage. Currently, the altitude is 333 kilometers.
तृतीय व अंतिम चरण LVM-3 का क्रायोजेनिक ईंधन पर आधारित चरण है जो कि LH2 और LOX को ईंधन की तरह उपयोग में लाता है। यह एक जटिल इंजन है C20। इस चरण को C25 चरण कहा जाता है क्योंकि इसमें लगभग 25 टन का क्रायोजेनिक ईंधन होता है। इस चरण का प्रज्वलन L110 चरण के बंद हो जाने के तुरंत बाद कर दिया जाता है। इस चरण में लगभग 650 सेकंड तक प्रज्वलित कर 200 किलो न्यूटन का प्रणोद उत्पन्न किया जाता है, जिससे अंतिम चरण है जो उपग्रहों को उनकी अंतःक्षेपण की कक्षीय स्थितियां प्रदान करता है।
The cryogenic upper stage of LVM-3, called the C25, carries 27 tons of propellant, liquid hydrogen as fuel, and liquid oxygen as oxidizer. The advantage of using cryogenic stages is their remarkably high specific impulse. For the C25 stage, it is 4,344.3 Newton second per kg. The total thrust generated is 180 kilonewtons. During the 640 seconds of its operation, there is overlapping visibility from Shar, Trivandrum, Bangalore tracking stations.
यान के सभी स्वास्थ्य जानकारियां हमें भू स्थित ट्रैकिंग स्टेशंस की मदद से यहां प्राप्त होती हैं। इस मिशन के लिए शार, बेंगलोर, त्रिवेंद्रम, शिपबॉर्न ट्रैकिंग स्टेशन, अंटार्कटिका, स्वालबर्ड तथा लखनऊ स्थित ट्रैकिंग स्टेशंस हमें सेवाएं उपलब्ध करा रहे हैं। इस समय शार, बेंगलोर तथा त्रिवेंद्रम स्थित ट्रैकिंग स्टेशंस हमें इस यान की पूरी जानकारी उपलब्ध करा रहे हैं। तृतीय चरण का निष्पादन पूरी तरह सामान्य। अब हम उत्थापन से 480 सेकंड की दूरी पर आ चुके हैं। यान की ऊंचाई 500 किलोमीटर, सापेक्ष गति 3.7 किलोमीटर प्रति सेकंड।
View from the VIP gallery, where you can see former chairman of the ISRO. More than 19 minutes into the flight, the orbital conditions for the injection of satellites will be achieved. On your screens now, founder and chairman of Bharti Enterprises, Shri Sunil Mittal.
Plus 9 minutes.
Now a few words about the OneWeb Gen 1 satellites. OneWeb is a global communications network powered from space, enabling connectivity for governments, businesses and communities. It is implementing a constellation of low Earth orbit satellites. India's Bharti Enterprises serves as a major investor and stakeholder in OneWeb. This is OneWeb's 14th launch and the first with ISRO and NSIL. OneWeb satellites are arranged in 12 orbital planes with 49 satellites in each plane in circular orbit. The constellation will have a total of 648 satellites. Each satellite of OneWeb Gen 1 weighs 150 kgs.
Plus 10 minutes.
C-25 तृतीय चरण LVM-3 का सामान्य निष्पादन करता हुआ और यान पूर्वानुमानित पथ को अनुसरण करता हुआ अपने उद्दिष्ट कक्षा की ओर बढ़ रहा है। वरिष्ठ वैज्ञानिक, चेयरमैन ISRO, अब करीब 200 सेकंड की दूरी पर हम कक्षा की स्थितियां प्राप्त करते ही उपग्रहों को उनकी उद्दिष्ट कक्षा में स्थापित करेंगे।
Cryo stage performance normal.
The pole-to-pole connectivity of this satellite constellation combined with the ground segment ensures better look angles for the signal strength. Unless the conventional geostationary satellites where the signal strength diminishes at high latitude regions. As OneWeb slogan says it all, creating universal connections.
OneWeb इन उपग्रहों को Gen 1 सैटेलाइट्स का नाम दिया है। OneWeb एक वैश्विक संचार नेटवर्क है जो कि अंतरिक्ष में अपनी सेवाएं प्रदान करेगा। इस संचार तंत्र से संचार नेटवर्क को सरकार, व्यापार तथा बृहत समुदाय को संचार सेवाएं उपलब्ध होंगी। इसे कार्यान्वित करने के लिए OneWeb के द्वारा एक नक्षत्र मंडल तैयार किया जा रहा है जिसे हम सैटेलाइट कॉन्स्टेलेशन के नाम से जानते हैं। भारत के भारतीय उद्यम OneWeb के मुख्य शेयर होल्डर हैं। यह OneWeb का 14वां लॉन्च है। इसके साथ ही इसरो और NSIL अंतरिक्ष के वैश्विक बाजार में नया अध्याय शुरू करने जा रहे हैं। OneWeb को इस नक्षत्र को पूरा करने के लिए कुल 648 उपग्रहों को प्रक्षेपित करना है। अब हम उड़ान से 750 सेकंड की दूरी पर आ चुके हैं। यान की ऊंचाई 612 किलोमीटर तथा सापेक्ष गति 5.4 किलोमीटर प्रति सेकंड। तृतीय चरण सामान्य निष्पादन करता हुआ और उद्दिष्ट कक्षा की ओर अग्रसर।
As we told you earlier, a set of 4 satellites will be injected in 605.8 kilometers altitude at 19 minutes 45 seconds into the launch.
Cryo stage performance normal.
जैसा कि अभी हमने बताया, यह चरण 650 सेकंड तक प्रज्वलित होगा। इसी अंतिम चरण के प्रज्वलन काल में प्रथम समूह के उपग्रहों को उद्दिष्ट कक्षा में स्थापित किया जाएगा। तत्पश्चात क्रमानुसार उचित अभिवृद्धि प्राप्त कर अन्य समूहों को उनके कक्षा में अंतक्षेपित किया जाएगा। प्रथम 4 उपग्रहों के समूह की उद्दिष्ट कक्षा 602.3 किलोमीटर की ऊंचाई तथा सापेक्ष गति 7.54 किलोमीटर प्रति सेकंड निर्धारित है।
We are about 900 seconds into the launch. The current altitude is 602.8 kilometers and a relative velocity close to 7 kilometers per second.
वर्तमान में शिपबॉर्न टर्मिनल के द्वारा हमें इस ट्रैक के डेटा उपलब्ध कराए जा रहे हैं। अब कुछ ही क्षणों में उपग्रह की अंतःक्षेपण की स्थितियां प्राप्त कर ली जाएंगी।
Cryo stage thrust cut off.
रेंज ऑपरेशन निदेशक की अभी घोषणा हुई। तृतीय चरण को बंद कर दिया गया है। अब यह प्राप्त वेग को जारी रखते हुए
Plus 16 minutes.
कक्षा की स्थितियां प्राप्त करेगा।
After the first batch of satellite injection, a second set of 4 satellites will be separated 30 seconds later at almost the same altitude with almost same relative velocity. The third separation event in the satellite injection is scheduled 800 seconds later, that is to say 33 minutes 35 seconds into the flight. Fourth separation occurs 30 seconds later. The third and fourth batch of satellites are injected into 619 kilometers orbit after the cryogenic stage reorients itself appropriately. Until this time, the shipborne tracking terminal and Antarctica ground stations would have completed their range of tracking and the rocket would have gone to the other side of Earth. Next 5 batches will be separated in predetermined timeline like this. 5th batch at 47 minutes 26 seconds into flight, 6th batch at 48 minutes into flight, 7th batch at 61 minutes 16 seconds into flight, 8th batch at 61 minutes 46 seconds into flight, and finally the 9th batch
Conditions are achieved.
at 75 minutes 6 seconds into the flight. Present.
प्रथम समूह के अंतःक्षेपण की स्थितियां प्राप्त की जा चुकी हैं और कुछ ही क्षणों में प्रथम 4 उपग्रह जिनका नाम है 1K, 3K, 5K तथा 7K अंतःक्षेपित किए जाएंगे।
The cryogenic stage is reorienting itself for the first batch of satellite separation.
आप यह एनिमेशन देख पा रहे हैं। C25 जो कि तृतीय चरण है LVM-3 का, उसे बंद कर दिया गया है तथा थ्रस्टर्स की मदद से इसे उचित अभिवृत्ति प्रदान की जा रही है।
The names of the first batch of satellites are 1K, 3K, 5K and 7K, whose injection we are eagerly awaiting.
K, 3K, 5K, 7K satellites are separated.
प्रथम समूह को सफलतापूर्वक अंतःक्षेपित कर दिया गया है। प्रथम 4 1K, 3K, 5K तथा 7K उपग्रह पृथक हो चुके हैं।
Plus 20 minutes.
We have the confirmation from the Range Operations Director that the first batch of 4 satellites, namely 1K, 3K, 5K and 7K, have been successfully separated.
2A, 4A, 6A, 8A satellites are separated.
And the second batch also have been successfully separated. Their names are 2A, 4A, 6A and 8A.
जी हाँ, द्वितीय समूह 2A, 4A, 6A तथा 8A उपग्रहों को भी सफलतापूर्वक अंतक्षेपित कर दिया गया है। इसके पश्चात C-25 तृतीय चरण LVM-3 पुनः अभिवृत्ति निश्चित करेगा और अगले 800 सेकंड के पश्चात अगले 4 उपग्रहों के समूहों को अंतक्षेपित करेगा।
Cryostage reorienting itself again for the separation event of the next batch of satellites. The third batch of satellites will be injected into 619 kilometers orbit. The scheduled time of separation is 33 minutes 37.5 seconds into the flight.
तृतीय चरण फिर से अभिवृत्ति नियंत्रित करता हुआ अब हम उड़ान से 1344 सेकंड की दूरी पर आ चुके हैं। यान की ऊंचाई 608 किलोमीटर तथा सापेक्ष गति 7.538 किलोमीटर प्रति सेकंड है।
As we await the next separation event for the satellites, let me intimate the viewers that after the separation of third and fourth batches of satellites, the visibility of the launch vehicle is available to the Svalbard tracking station only after another 350 seconds, that is 81 minutes into the flight. It is then that the confirmation of satellite separation is received at the Mission Control Center. The live transmission will be halted while the rocket is out of the tracking range and resume at appropriate time.
इस मिशन का कार्यकाल करीब 4500 सेकंड का है। इस दौरान हमें शेपबॉर्न टर्मिनल की मदद से सभी आंकड़े उपलब्ध हो रहे हैं।
The LVM-3 OneWeb India 1 mission is about to set several firsts, like it's being the first commercial mission of LVM-3 with NSIL. First time ever, LVM-3 is carrying multiple satellites and injecting them in the low Earth orbit. This is the largest ever an Indian rocket is carrying, that is the 6 tons of payload. This gigantic launch vehicle of ISRO, LVM-3, is carrying 6 tons for this mission, which is the aggregate mass of the 36 OneWeb satellites and the satellite dispenser. Speaking about the association, this is the first time that OneWeb has collaborated with New Space India Limited, Department of Space.
आइए इस दौरान आपको OneWeb के बारे में जानकारी देते हैं। OneWeb का ऐतिहासिक लॉन्च कार्यक्रम जारी है। इस मिशन को OneWeb ने लॉन्च 14 का नाम दिया है। लॉन्च 14 सतीश धवन अंतरिक्ष केंद्र से भेजा जा रहा है। इसमें 36 उपग्रहों के समूह को प्रमोचित कर दुनिया का पहला पृथ्वी की निचली कक्षा का नक्षत्र मंडल तैयार किया जा रहा है और यह नक्षत्र 2023 तक हाई स्पीड लो लेटेंसी की संचार सुविधाएं प्रदान करने में सक्षम हो जाएगा। OneWeb ने इस प्रक्षेपण के लिए अंतरिक्ष विभाग की वाणिज्यिक शाखा NSIL के साथ भागीदारी की। इस मिशन में कुल 36 उपग्रहों के समूह के साथ OneWeb की कुल उपग्रहों की संख्या 464 हो जाएगी। 2023 तक यह नक्षत्र मंडल पूरा करने के उद्देश्य से OneWeb इस मिशन में कार्यरत है। OneWeb आम जनता के लिए संचार सुविधाएं प्रदान कर सामर्थ्य, गति, विश्वसनीयता तथा डिजिटल साक्षरता के आधार पर विभाजित समाज को जोड़ने की एक मुहिम चला रहा है। सूचना तक दुनिया की पहुंच को बेहतर बनाने के लिए OneWeb का एक मजबूत सामाजिक उद्देश्य है। जैसा कि हमने आपको पहले बताया, यह मिशन कुल 4500 सेकंड का मिशन है, लेकिन उत्थापन से 2200 सेकंड तक यह यान और उपग्रह प्रमोशन को हमारे भू स्टेशन ट्रैक कर सकेंगे। उसके बाद यान अपनी यात्रा जारी रखेगा, लेकिन हमारे ट्रैकिंग क्षेत्र से बाहर चला जाएगा और पुनः संचार स्थापित होने तक हम स्टैंड बाय कंडीशन में रहेंगे। जैसे ही स्वालबर्ड स्थित ट्रैकिंग स्टेशन से संचार स्थापित हो जाएगा, हम बाकी के 20 उपग्रहों के अंतःक्षेपण की पुष्टि कर पाएंगे। प्रथम 16 उपग्रहों के प्रमोशन के पश्चात यह हमारे ट्रैकिंग क्षेत्र से बाहर होगा, इसलिए यह प्रसारण 40 मिनट बाद पुनः जारी किया जाएगा।
This wait takes me back to the reminiscences of the previous launch of LVM-3 carrying the Chandrayaan-2 as its payload. It was India's second mission to the moon. It had comprised a fully indigenous orbiter, lander Vikram and rover Pragyan. Enthusiasm was rife among the scientific fraternity and general public alike for the lander. The challenges for that mission were to carry a heavy payload and inject it precisely in a highly elliptical orbit so that the further orbit-raising maneuvers for Chandrayaan-2 are economical from propellant budget point of view. Follow-on missions to bridge the gap of understanding the lunar ambience are on the anvil for ISRO. There are also several ways for the common public to associate with ISRO and its programs. Apart from watching the launch live on its social media portals and Doordarshan National, viewers can visit SDSC Shar and its launch view gallery, which has a capacity to host 10,000 visitors simultaneously for the launch. ISRO undertakes several outreach activities as a part of World Space Week, which was held between 4th to 10th October.
तृतीय चरण सामान्य निष्पादन करता हुआ पुनः अभिवृत्ति प्राप्त कर रहा है अगले 4 उपग्रह के समूह के प्रमोशन के लिए। अब हम उत्थापन से 30 मिनट 36 सेकंड की दूरी पर आ चुके हैं। यान की ऊंचाई है 616 किलोमीटर तथा सापेक्ष गति 7.53 किलोमीटर प्रति सेकंड। अगले 4 समूह के उपग्रहों का नाम 1A, 3A, 5A तथा 7A है, जिन्हें 619 किलोमीटर की ऊंचाई तथा 7.53 की किलोमीटर प्रति सेकंड की सापेक्ष गति के साथ अंतक्षेपित किया जाना है। तृतीय समूह के अंतक्षेपण के 30 सेकंड के पश्चात चतुर्थ समूह को भी अंतक्षेपित कर दिया जाएगा।
We are about 2 minutes away from the scheduled separation of the third batch of satellites, namely 1A, 3A, 5A and 7A. 30 seconds later, another batch of 4 satellites, namely 2B, 4B, 6B and 8B are scheduled to be separated. Cryostage reorienting itself to prepare for the next separation event.
यान पूरी तरह सामान्य। वर्तमान में हमें यह आंकड़े अंटार्कटिका स्थित भू स्टेशन से प्राप्त हो रहे हैं।
Current altitude 617 kilometers. The relative velocity of 7.53 kilometers per second.
अगले 8 उपग्रहों के अंतक्षेपण के पश्चात कुल 16 उपग्रह इस दौरान अंतक्षेपित कर दिए जाएंगे। उसके पश्चात यह यान अपनी यात्रा जारी रखेगा तथा पृथ्वी की दूसरी ओर चला जाएगा। उस दौरान वह हमारे ट्रैकिंग क्षेत्र से बाहर होगा।
1A, 3A, 5A, 7A are separated.
अब ये भी घोषणा की गई कि अन्य समूह 1A, 3A, 5A तथा 7A सफलतापूर्वक अंतक्षेपित कर दिए गए हैं। अगली घटना में 2B, 4B, 6B तथा 8B नामक उपग्रहों को अंतक्षेपित किया जाना है।
Satellites 2B, 4B, 6B, 8B are separated.
Confirmation has been achieved about the separation of
This is Range Operation Director. 16 satellites are separated till now. Mission is continuing. Remaining 20 satellites will separate as per timeline in the non-visibility period. This 20 satellite separation will be confirmed after Svalbard telemetry station acquisition. All stations involved in operations can continue in positions. Others can reassemble at 01:20 hours. Over to Mission Director.
This is Mission Director. The vehicle has reached the orbit, and as it is declared, 16 satellites out of 36 satellites were successfully separated, and the mission is continuing. We will, as it is informed, we will assemble after the mission activities will continue, and we will assemble as declared. I am thanking everybody, those who have participated and those who are witnessing this. The operations will continue. Thank you.
We will assemble back at 1:20 on 23rd of October 2022 so that the confirmation of the remaining separation events is achieved by that time.
जी हाँ, मिशन जारी है। अगले 20 उपग्रहों का अंतःक्षेपण किया जाना है और इनके अंतःक्षेपण की पुष्टि 40 मिनट बाद की जाएगी। तब तक हमारे साथ बने रहिए। हम पुनः उपस्थित होंगे 40 मिनट बाद।
And the OneWeb team for this historic mission tonight. In fact, early morning of 23rd of this month. And happy Diwali to all of you. So we started the celebration already in Satish Dhawan Space Centre with the second operational mission of LVM-3 and the very first commercial mission of LVM-3. We have accomplished the orbit very accurately. Now the rocket is in its intended orbit. 16 satellites out of the 36 OneWeb 1 spacecrafts have been already injected. I want to tell you that this is a very slow process of separating the satellites one by one. In fact, it is in sets of 4 it will be separated, and it will take long time. So at this moment, let me tell you that 16 have been separated very safely as we expected, and the remaining 20 satellites will be separating when we are not able to see it from this place. The data will come little later, and the mission operations of observing this separation is continuing, and we will be confirming safe separation of the remaining 20 satellites after that process is completed. I am very hopeful that the remaining 20 satellites will also get separated as safely as that they did for the first of the 16. This mission is a historic mission primarily because this is the very second operational mission of LVM-3 that has gone commercial, and this is an opportunity that LVM-3 is able to do such a wonderful mission today, and this has been possible by the support of our Honorable Prime Minister Narendra Modi ji, because he wanted LVM-3 to come into the commercial market with the NSIL in the forefront to operationalize our launch vehicles for exploring the expanding commercial domain that is open in front of us. And congratulations to the entire launch vehicle team for grabbing that opportunity and making it ready today for this historic mission. And I also want to thank the OneWeb team for having confidence in us to host it on LVM-3 for their completion of their fleets. And we are very hopeful that the next mission of LVM-3 will do the same to place the remaining 36 satellites that it has been contracted with NSIL for the next launch of LVM-3 M3 mission. Until then, thank you so much, and I take this opportunity to invite CMD NSIL and come over here and then speak to the public, and also to the mission director, Sri Bhaskar, to have his final say on the mission. Thank you.
Good evening to everyone present here and all the viewers who are seeing this beautiful and extremely remarkable mission that we have achieved today. First of all, I would like to compliment the team ISRO for giving us such a commendable mission of LVM-3 and the precise performance, and I would say the most complex mission management for the OneWeb mission. I'm extremely delighted to see the beautiful videos of OneWeb, which we just witnessed now, where we are seeing the satellites getting deployed in space almost at an altitude of around 600 kilometers. I'm proud to say, I'm really delighted and honored, GSLV has made the most remarkable entry into the commercial launch service market. Extremely thankful for OneWeb for having faith in us, in our launch and our, I would say, the most professional and technical capability of the team ISRO. I think though today's successful event is significant in many ways to all the three major stakeholders of this particular mission, New Space India Limited, Indian Space Research Organization, and also OneWeb India. And the first and foremost thing that comes to our mind is that with this mission, we have shown to the entire world how to contract and execute the mission in less than 3 to 4 months. I would really say, and this was made possible only because every one of us had the will to do such a mission in the record possible time which the customer was expecting. I'm extremely thankful. And the kind of synergy NSIL, ISRO and OneWeb has demonstrated through this mission is really, I would say, is remarkable and unbelievable. And today's OneWeb mission, I would say, is the beginning of many more business engagement that NSIL is going to do with OneWeb for further strengthening our relationship between the two organizations. And with the support of ISRO that NCL always has, I think we can achieve much more better successes and give much better things to the nation here back. So once again, thank you everyone. Thanks Team ISRO OneWeb for the beautiful successful mission, and I'm very sure the next 20 satellites we will hear in the next 30 to 40 minutes the kind of performance it's going to deliver to us. Thank you very much.
Respected Chairman ISRO, Secretary DOS, all the dignitaries of ISRO, OneWeb team, NWEL, customers, center directors, associate directors, deputy directors, mission executives, all the participants, and the honorable VVIP dignitaries of OneWeb and ISRO. A very warm good morning to all of you. I, on behalf of my project team and the entire team ISRO, is very proud to submit this success to Team ISRO. This was a demand given to us by Chairman ISRO to execute this mission in a very short time of less than 3 months. Once the requirement is defined, the entire Team ISRO rose to the occasion, worked with full vigor and systematically as is the wont of ISRO. The entire schedule was success-based and concurrent processing was followed. There was no room for slip, and everything has to be done right at the first time itself. Rigorous activities were complemented with rigorous reviews by both ISRO as well as academia, so that no stone was left unturned. and there was no sleep. Marathon meetings with our OneWeb customers and Yensil and with volumes of data exchange was an immense process, and it was helping each other. We were very proud that we could deliver what the customers expected from us. Praise and thanks be to the Lord, we, the Team ISRO, has done what was asked by the management to our team. I submit this success, as our chairman told, as Diwali gift to all our Team ISRO. As our chairman told, this is first LVM-3 launch for international commercial satellite mission through Yensil to a low Earth orbit carrying about 6-ton payload, the highest launch from our great nation. On this happy occasion, I profusely thank the entire Team ISRO, including the top executives, project executives Mr. Narayanan, Mrs. Asha Mary Matthew, the entire project team, all the review teams, all the entity and the working teams, all the ISRO teams, and all the participating teams. I profusely again thank our Yensil for giving us this opportunity and having a very fruitful, positive and contributing discussions and interactions. It was so efficient, never we had any misunderstanding, and we had marathon meetings almost every day. And I also bring it to inform and thank the customers, our OneWeb, that we were very happy and very satisfied in interacting with you and sharing all mutual things. Until the end, we never had any difference of opinion and we never had any dissatisfaction. This I can honestly say, and we have met all the requirements what the customers are asked. Now, last but not the least, I am thanking the entire family of all the Team ISRO members, those who have toiled and toiled for this mission. Thank you.
So thank you once again, all of you. We are ending the transmission at this moment, but the mission continues. We are waiting for the confirmation of the remaining satellite separation, and all mission executives will occupy their position to observe that. And thank you once again for this wonderful mission, both to OneWeb as well as NSIL, for enabling us to do this tonight. Thank you so much.